All right, Math 2, Unit 7, Section 3, special right triangles, and now we're talking about 30, 60, 90 triangles. So 30, 60, 90 triangles have a right angle, a 60-degree angle, and a 30-degree angle. All right. The way that I normally remember the formulas for this is I say, well, if this is x, this is going to be 2x, and this is x root 3. Now there are some explanations for that, and I will go over that in class. But for now, just accept that as truth. So this is the picture that I have in my head. I normally call this the short leg. This is the hypotenuse, and this is the long leg. So for our formulas, we say, well, I look at my x's and I compare my short leg and my long leg. Excuse me, my short leg and my hypotenuse, excuse me. So my short leg is equal to my hypotenuse divided by 2. Or you could say the opposite of it, the hypotenuse is equal to 2 times the short leg, right? We have our plain old x and our 2x. It makes sense the hypotenuse is double the short leg. Now to relate the short leg and the long leg is the short leg times root 3, right? I compare the x and the x root 3, and I see that the long leg is the short leg times root 3. You could solve for the short leg, and you'd say, well, the short leg is the long leg over root 3. These are the formulas that you want to have written somewhere. All right. We'll notice that I didn't write down a formula that connects the long leg and the hypotenuse. While there can be a formula that's written to connect them, we normally just don't use it. We normally would find the short leg in between, and that's the way I suggest you guys do it. All right, so let's look at number 2. For starters, I want to label my short leg, my long leg, and my hypotenuse. Also, let's look back up here for just a second. We'll notice the short leg is opposite the 30-degree angle. The long leg is opposite the 60. Okay, that's something to notice. Number 2, the hypotenuse is opposite the right angle, so that's easy. There's the hypotenuse. The long leg is opposite the 60, and the short leg is the one left over. The short leg is opposite the 30, right? Because this would be 30 degrees. All right. So we need our hypotenuse. We could say, well, the hypotenuse equals the short leg times 2. So the hypotenuse is 7 over 2 times 2, which is 7. So that tells us that A is 7. Next up, we need our long leg. Our long leg, we know that the long leg is equal to the short leg times root 3. So the long leg is equal to 7/2 root 3, which is 7 root 3 over 2. That tells me that B is 7 root 3 over 2. Alrighty. Number 3, we start off by labeling. This is going to be my short leg, here's my long leg, and my hypotenuse. I'm given my long leg. We normally want to see the short leg first, so I'm going to find that first. So my short leg, on my short leg, I have my long leg. So the short leg is the long leg over root 3. So the short leg is going to be 6 over root 3. I need to rationalize, so I'm going to multiply by root 3 on top and bottom. That gives me 6 root 3 over 3, which I can reduce there and say, well, that's 2 root 3. So I just learned that y, my short leg, is 2 root 3. Now the hypotenuse is the one left over. We know that the hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg. So my hypotenuse is going to be 2 times 2 root 3, which is 4 root 3. That tells me that x is 4 root 3. All right, moving on. Number 4. Labeling stuff, opposite the right angle, there's my hypotenuse. This is going to be my short leg, right, because it's opposite the 30, and my long leg. I'm given the long leg. We normally need to start off with the short leg now. So the short leg is equal to, let me change colors. The short leg is equal to the long leg divided by root 3. Right? That's one of those formulas that I put a little box around at the beginning. So the short leg is equal to 3 root 3 over root 3, which reduces to just plain old 3. So that tells me that y is 3. Now for my hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg. So this is going to be my hypotenuse is 2 times 3, which is 6. So x is 6. All right, number 5. Hypotenuse, long leg, short leg. Again, I'm going to start off by finding my short leg. That's going to be, my short leg is the long leg divided by root 3. Now, whenever I look at my long leg is already a fraction. So I'm going to change my formula up just a little bit. I'm going to change this to long leg times 1 over root 3. I think that makes it a little bit prettier whenever I try to plug in the long leg. So my short leg is going to be 7 root 3 over 2 times 1 over root 3. From here I can see that my root 3's will cancel, and I'm left with 7 over 2. So my short leg n equals, I've been writing this in orange, haven't I? N equals 7 over 2. Now I need to find m, my hypotenuse. My hypotenuse is my short leg times 2. So my hypotenuse is 7 halves times 2, which is 7. That tells me that m, my hypotenuse, is 7. All right. Number 6. We got 4 left. Number 6. Here's my, what is that going to be? Opposite the 60, long leg, short leg, hypotenuse. All right. I'm given the long leg. I need to find my short leg. So the short leg is equal to the long leg divided by root 3. So my short leg is going to be 9 over root 3. And I need to rationalize, so I'm going to multiply by root 3 over root 3. That gives me 9 root 3 over plain old 3. And that will reduce to 3 root 3. Right, my 9 and my 3 cancel. This tells me what my short leg is y, so y equals 3 root 3. Now for my hypotenuse, my x, my hypotenuse is my short leg times 2. So this is going to be, my hypotenuse is 3 root 3 times 2. That is going to be, what is that, 6? Yeah, 6 root 3. So what does that tell me? What variable is that? X. X is my hypotenuse, is 6 root 3. Alrighty, number 7. Here's my hypotenuse, here's my short leg, here's my long leg. I'm starting off again with the long leg. A lot of these are with the long leg. I got to find my short leg. That's equal to my long leg divided by root 3. So my short leg is going to be 2 over root 3. I rationalize by multiplying by root 3 over root 3. That gives me 2 root 3 over 3. My short leg is y, so y is 2 root 3 over 3. There we are. All right, to finish up, I need my hypotenuse. I know that the hypotenuse is the short leg times 2, so that's going to be the hypotenuse is 2 root 3 over 3 times 2. My 2 here and my 2 here go together, and that gives me a 4 root 3 over 3. So that tells me x is 4 root 3 over 3. All right, last two. Ooh, this one gives me the hypotenuse to start off with. Here's my hypotenuse. This is going to be my short leg. There's my long leg. I need to start off by finding my short leg. My short leg, oops, is equal to the hypotenuse over 2. Because my hypotenuse is a fraction, I'm going to change this up and make this hypotenuse times 1 over 2. All right, that just makes it a little bit easier whenever I plug in. So the short leg is going to be 8 root 3 over 3 times 1 over 2. My 8 and my 2 there can cancel, and that leaves me with 4, right? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 root 3 over 3. So that tells me that my short leg, B, is 4 root 3 over 3. Now to find the long leg is equal to the short leg times root 3. So my long leg is going to be 4 root 3 over 3 times root 3. My 2 root 3's, they multiply together to be a plain old 3. So this is going to be 4 times 3 over 3. These 3's cancel, and I'm left with 4. So my long leg, A, equals, I'll do that in orange, A equals 4. All right, number 9, here's my hypotenuse, here's my long leg, and here's my short leg. I'm given the short leg, so I could start off by finding my long leg or my hypotenuse. I'll do the long leg. Long leg is the short leg times root 3. So the long leg is 4 root 3. So that tells me that n is 4 root 3. All right, now for the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg, or the short leg times 2. You can write it either way. So the hypotenuse is 2 times 4, which is 8. My hypotenuse letter is M, so M equals 8. All right, there we are.